Hey y'all, Reiki Healing coming at you with a divine message from Spirit. I'm very moved. There's a huge shift in the air. I don't know if it just happened like this hour or what have you, but I'm feeling a wave of questioning in the ether. So we're going to be using the Flower Therapy by Doreen Virtue and Robert Reeves. If you would like to support the channel, get in line for a reading or healing Reiki session with me. Instructions and descriptions of the services will be down below in the information box, where you will also find links to the PayPal account where you can do exchanges. There's Patreon. You can do monthly contributions in exchange for personal services. And oh my goodness, it's already past the first. I gotta get on that. And then you can also join me on Facebook and Instagram for daily card pulls, messages, posts. Really awesome insight, I feel, because it's a nice daily little check-in. Or you don't even have to do the daily, but it's there for you, you know, if you need it. So there you go. Let's see what Spirit has to say. What does Spirit have to say? How am I not surprised? So we have let go of anxiety and patience jumping from the deck. Let go of anxiety and patience. So we have lavender, first off. Aromatherapy, very important. Calm your nerves and you'll be able to hear the voice of your angels. Just a little tidbit. I once was in a panic mode. My monkey mind started to go. So I just opened my lavender and I sniffed it. And then on the exhale, I could feel the answer come. So there's a reason this flowers, every being is magical, and this flower in particular, it's great for the planet. It's great for us. Patience, begonia, your prayers have been heard and they are being answered. The problem with this via human perspective is that sometimes you have to get into just the right place to ask just the right question. There are trigger words that happen to unravel destinies. It's very much dealing with the Sphinx, which is the gatekeeper of the mystical, the side, and the riddles, right? It's all about, if you're, and not to say that like you can easily do this. Sometimes it is just natural for life to, you chose a karmic story to live out, to get into a place of experience, to ask just the right phrase. So there's something going on here. You're anxious not only about the changes that would be required of you to achieve peace, because anxiety can be a habit. Anything can be a habit. We can be addicted to literally anything, including negativity, including negative thinking. Very, very hard to, very diligent, I should say. The work may not be hard, but you do have to choose it every single day to ask yourself the right words, to find your right self. And that's ever evolving until one day you don't have this. But I am sensing there is a cosmic wave where this is rising to the surface. Static is like fritzing. It's like this is what causes agitation, right? Something is causing a worry, a need for anxiety. Anxiety can be a fight or flight response, right? An assessment period. But you can choose how to assess during this assessment period. So don't give in to anxiety and allow your prayers that come from this moment of anxiety-inducing stimuli. Decide in this moment to let go of anxiety, to put your trust into the universe, into God's source creator, into your angels, into your spirit realm, into the unknown, the dark void, whatever you want to call it. Into imagination land, if you're a skeptic, whatever. Have the patience for it to come back around to you. Have the self-control not to give in to panic and to choose calm and to allow the world to react around you. Let's get 2 more cards out from this deck. Another message, please, Spirit. Well, I'm not asking. They're telling me, so it's like, what else do you want to say, Spirit, about this cosmic tug? You are healed. Unity. You are healed. The healing you've prayed for is on its way. You're spiritually connected to everyone through God. Use the sacred bond to heal your family, friends, and yourself. No, this unity is speaking of you are God. God is within you. You are healed the more you tap into this unity. All right? When you are in union with spirit, there is no anxiety. You are healed from this. And that's the trick of it. That's the trick of it. And it's no trick, it's just the key ingredient, which is sometimes known as the trick. The one thing is that you have to believe this in order for this to truly subside. You have to first give true and complete weight. You have to unionize with spirit enough to truly give weight to this notion, to allow yourself to believe it, and to watch this anxiety leave. It's a choice. This here is a choice. Feeling in union with that higher love. Look at these bright pinks we have going on. If you're not feeling that higher unity love, that you are a part of everything and a part of something bigger and important to that bigness, despite your smallness, choosing every single day to subside this. Choosing every single day to believe this is how you become in union with spirit, is how you allow spirit to flow through you. To no longer let your old brain mapping, your old downloads, your old conditioning to mold your landscape. You can absolutely 100% remodel your mind. And you can replace your fears and your anxieties with this feeling of unification with the powers that be. They move through you like they move through all life. They move through you like the wind moves through the trees. And another trick of it is, spirit's not the only one who can do that. A magnificent amount of spirit's creations can do that. We have the power. I'm just going to split the deck here. Release all anger and peer pressure. We have the power. We have the power. It doesn't matter what the system has taught us. It doesn't matter what the system is continuing to do with people's minds, with controlling the masses, with how they spend money, the warfare, the deprivation. It doesn't matter how lost it seems. Do not give in to the fears you are shown. There's so much going on in the world you do not see. Really, though. So if you use Facebook, and I like, there's a Facebook page that I have and whatever, and even I'm a user, and it's like I pass along messages and whatever, but what you expose your eyes to, and this is the thing about things like Facebook and media, just as a whole, media, where you put your eyes gives you things to think about. So when someone is in control of what you see and blasts and invades your vision, there's not a whole lot of room for you to hear this unity, for you to really let go of this anxiety, because they robbed you of your boredom. Don't believe the peer pressure. Don't give your energy to fear, to hatred. It's easier said than done. And I'm feeling like there are people out there watching this video that might do it inadvertently to the people very much around them. They just might nitpick at the phrase of people around them just because that's what's done to them. And so it's that culture. We do not. We can redefine culture. We can define culture for ourselves the way we define self-respect and the way we define love. We can absolutely define culture. We can set a precedent. We don't have to pressure anybody, and we sure shit don't have to be pressured. That is the beautiful, happy medium place of being a conduit of divine love. You're not overriding anybody. You're not exercising any residual past gunk. So Spirit is asking us to focus on this. Very much so. Root chakra, solar plexus. to combine in the orange. So this is the anger, the residual anger tainted your sacral chakra, your true divine sense of self. You acted as we do under influence of culture. We acted under the influence of culture, and we don't have to anymore. This cosmic break, this release, this change, this shift, and we're about to head into a Neptune retrograde. So it's like the emotions, or is it Venus? I'm not terribly sure, but there's about to be an emotional rewrite, especially considering relationships. So if you find yourself in need of fulfillment with people, if you are feeling like your physical relationships are lacking substance, you can always, always, always tap into this unity and be healed by it. Spirit is your best and only friend sometimes, and that's okay. Because just watch how working with Spirit as your best friend and not fearing the dark goddess, but in fact working with her as well. When you work with light, you have to work, and you work with shadow. Like this experience here is making us face our shadow selves and making us ask the right question. What is it you really want to be in this world? Undefined, first off. Don't define yourself. That's just providing limitation. Focus on like one core or two quality of yourself that you really want to bring to the table. Allow your solar plexus and confidence to fuel off of this small tangible goal of, I want to embody this, this, and this. Like I want, and just, we're talking broad, vague, but poignant concepts. I want to radiate compassion. I want to be peace. I want to be love. And really, there are people giving themselves hard times when you don't need to give yourself a hard time over things like expectations. Like this is the way evil works. Because I've been struggling with this myself, and I've come to this conclusion. Just take alcoholics and Alcoholics Anonymous. We are in a culture of there is a problem, and the only way to rid yourself of the problem is to rid yourself of the substance completely, rather than, now I've never been to AA meetings, but I know people who have been, and it doesn't have to be all one or the other. Spectrums wouldn't exist in this world of duality if it were meant to be just one or the other. And in fact, that system is built, that's what I'm talking about here, that system of division of it's one or the other. People don't function that way, all right? And if you focus on the fact that you are healed and that you are a pure divine conduit of choice qualities. I want to be the best version of myself, Spirit. The best version of yourself doesn't punish yourself. No. As long as you show love and compassion and kindness to others, whatever you do in your 3D reality you time, don't punish yourself for it. You can better yourself. Always. You're already better. As soon as you release yourself of this punishment, this beratement, 666, the devil says, get out of your head. Tap back into the divine source, the collective consciousness, the unity of all. Not condemning a single one of God's creatures. Hi, Lucy. The devil. No. Darkness only becomes evil when viewed that way. Shadow and light exist together. As you unify with Spirit, you are unionizing with all of yourself. unapologetically. Fuck them. Fuck them all. Fuck them all. Oh, and I flipped. Your wishes are coming true. Your wishes are coming true. Get rid of people that no longer serve. Get rid of, put up that bubble. Put up that bubble. You do not have to listen to the world or anything it says. Release all anger. And my goodness, what your heart has been longing for is getting closer each day. The more you believe that there is nothing for you to perfect about yourself or change about yourself. We've done a lot of inner work. We've done a lot of self-reflection. We're done now. We're done now. Focus on what you can contribute, what you can let flow through you. It's not about trimming yourself. It's not. It's about allowing yourself to grow. So allowing yourself to grow in this new frequency. Sorry. Patience, your wishes are coming true. All right. Let go of all those shadow negative thoughts. We all have a shadow version of ourselves. We need to talk about this. We all have a shadow version of ourselves. All right? That's not a bad thing. Nope. Nope. Neither is bleeding for life. Neither are abortions. Neither are mama cougars eating their babies. Neither are elephants abandoning their young. You know, there are laws of this world that go ignored and rewritten via humanity because we think it's wrong, but it is not. The shadow part of yourself is not wrong. It only becomes a problem if you let it overshadow your light. Become in balance with your shadow self. Love your shadow self. Indulge in your shadow self from time to time because, honestly, there's that old saying, I forget which native tribe it was, but it was a Native American proverb saying, you know, there are two wolves that live inside of everybody, and which wolf you feed, like which one grows, the dark and the light, right? And whichever one grows is choice. And a little boy is like, well, which one grow, or not that it's choice, like, and the little boy asks, well, which one wins the fight? There are two wolves fighting in each man. And the boy says, well, which wolf wins the fight? And the old man says, the one you feed. Now, that can be a problem if you only feed one. You don't want to feed just the light. You don't want to rise above to the point where you're disconnected from the darkness. Then you become a different kind of toxic. It's true. In the spiritual community, there will be a lot of people who just rely. And that's when they fall into, been there, done that, into pits in their own selves. And they suffer in ways that other people don't see, even though they may see themselves as a leader. And it's like, you got to deal with the darkness. You are the darkness as much as you are light. You need both. You are healed. You do not need to punish yourself. You do not need to berate yourself. You do not need to change yourself completely. No. Or cut off a habit. No. Change the frequency in which you indulge in that habit. Because that habit might be from your shadow self. You had a bad day. You know, you need some you time. You need some downtime. You need to diffuse. You're healed in the sense that as you choose Spirit's unity, anytime you enter in an activity, whether it's your shadow self or your light self doing it, you're doing it out of love. Your shadow self, if you only feed your light self, your shadow self will be undernourished to protect yourself. And that's how empaths overgive, get trapped into narcissistic relationships. Because they overgive, they stay in the light so much, they forget to tap in. The darkness lives next to the root chakra, which generally speaking is extremely malnourished as far as the human race goes. So the more you embrace the darkness, the more your root chakra feels the darkness. The more you allow darkness to exist as a co-creator of existence. the more you embrace the nearby energy of yourself to that darkness. And you can trust that. Right? Root chakra unity. With what? The equal and opposite force of creation that also lives within you. Don't deny it. You want both of your wolves in equal strength. You want both of your wolves appeased and healthily exercised. You don't want either of your dogs to become a problem. And that is what we are talking about here. And that is what we are talking about here. Relax. Let go. This is not a period to actively fix things. This is a period to release things and allow the darkness and the light to co-create a perfect blessing for you. That's the thing. Time lag exists in the darkness of the unknown. The light is what we can see, the formation we are able to view. The darkness is something to be trusted for the deliverance through the light. Alrighty, y'all. Great message. Very happy to deliver it for you. Thank you for supporting the channel in any way, shape, or form. Take care, including liking, sharing, subscribing. Yo, get me on that algorithm. Take care. Rock on. I love you for loving yourself. You know where to find me.